Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to another important government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is gold monetization scheme, and it is also very important scheme under the Ministry of Finance because this is the ministry that we are currently covering. So let's start with the scheme. See, in the previous lecture we studied about the sovereign gold bond scheme, wherein the government, they wanted to reduce the import of gold in India, and that is why they came up with that particular scheme. You can watch the session from the link that is given in the description box below. Okay, so that was about to reduce the import of gold. But what about the gold that already exists or already bought by the Indians? What about the gold that is lying ideally in the household, right? So for that the government came up with the gold monetization scheme. Okay, and this particular scheme, it replaced the gold deposit scheme that was there initially and was launched in 1999. Okay, so what is it? What are the important dimensions we are going to cover? But let's start with the basic thing, which is the launch year. So the launch year of the gold monetization scheme, it is 2015. Now let's move ahead and look at the aim. So what is the aim? So aim we have already studied. The aim is to mobilize gold held by the household or any institution. So herein we have to bring the gold that is lying idly in the household into circulation. Okay. Now beneficiaries means who can be part of this particular scheme. So these are the resident Indians. Now herein the examples are being mentioned that who comes under the resident Indians. So these could be the individuals, these could be the Hindu undivided family, that is your joint families. We have partnership firms, trust, we have many such companies, central government, state government, charitable institutions. So these are the examples that have been given, and you can read it out once. So all the residents of India, they can be part of this particular scheme. Now let's understand key features, and we are going to understand them step by step for the better understanding of the scheme. So first of all, we have to go to some bank to be part of this scheme, right? So who are those? So see, all the scheduled commercial banks except for RRBs will be eligible to implement the scheme. So all the scheduled commercial bank except for the RRBs, they are eligible to implement the scheme, and we can go there and open our gold saving account. Okay. This is that. Now you have gone to the bank. First of all, they will check the purity of the gold also, right? So for that there is testing agencies that are the collection and purity testing centers. So they would check the purity of gold whatever you are submitting, and do remember that this CPTC, they should be certified by the Bureau of Indian Standards. So what does it mean? See, whenever you make jewelry, there are some impurities that are added with the gold for giving it better texture and shape. Okay, so herein when you are submitting the gold or the jewelry that you have, you won't be getting interest and the benefit on all the gram of jewelry that you are submitting, because a part of it is impurity. So first they will check what is the purity of gold, and herein 995 fineness is the minimum standard that have been kept under this to check the purity of the gold. Okay, and that and above that is acceptable by the government. So that would be done. Now purity is also checked. So how much amount of gram of gold can you actually submit? So herein we have a range. See, minimum deposit is 10 gram of raw gold. Raw means the pure gold and not the impurity we are talking about. So herein 10 gram, initially this range, the minimum limit was 30 gram, but according to RBI latest notification, this has been changed and now it is 10 gram. Okay, and maximum limit is no upper limit. Maximum you can deposit how much amount of gold you want to, but least is that. Next, what is the time period? For how much time period are you going to submit? So see, the deposit, it can be in three forms: short term period, medium and long term. Short term is for 1 to 3 years, medium is 5 to 7, and the long term it is 12 to 15 years. And also you can even you can go for the broken period. What is broken period? For 1 year, 6 months, 3 for example in this case medium period, that could be 5 years, 4 months. That broken period is also available, but on and on it is the range that has been provided for short term period, medium period and the long term period. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now let's move ahead and look at now what is the interest rate you will get. So you are submitting your gold also, and after maturity period you will get the benefit. What will be the benefit we will study, but for now you will get the benefit, but you will also get some interest rate on submitting your gold in the gold saving account. Okay, so herein the interest rate it differ from which plan you are choosing, be it short term, medium, or the long run one. So for the short term bank deposit, the designated banks are free to fix the interest rate on this deposit, because this is a short term one. So herein the bank from wherever you are opening the account, they are free to fix the interest rate on the deposit whatever you are submitting. In case of medium government deposit, this range is 2.25 per annum, and this rate of interest which would be given on the simple interest basis, that would be on the amount of the value of gold that you have submitted. Okay, so per annum, according to that, the initial amount that you have submitted of the gold, the value of it, on it whatever be the rate of interest for throughout your term, that would be given on 2.25% per annum basis. And for long term we have 2.50% per annum, and herein also it would depend on the initial value of the gold that you have submitted. Here is also one catch that for everything you will get simple interest, but if you are willing to take the interest at the end of the maturity period, for the medium and long term you can get compound interest for that also. Okay, that is the only condition, but you have to take the money on the maturity period only, whatever be the interest that would be accumulated on the amount of the money, amount of the gold that you have submitted, the value of it. Okay, so that is for the long term. So these are the interest rate. Now about the maturity. So maturity redemption either in INR, that is Indian rupees, or the value of gold, or in gold. So herein there is one thing, if you are submitting your jewelry in return on maturity, what you will get, either you will get cash for it, whatever be the value of the gold at that time, or you will get gold in terms of coins and or bricks, or whatever be the quantity, amount of gold, gram of gold or kg of gold. Okay, so you won't be getting your jewelries back, you will get either gold or money back. Okay, so this is the maturity, and this is according to the RBI notification only, that either be your short term, medium or long term, for every you will get either the cash or the gold that you would write on while you will making account. They would ask you that on maturity, do you want redemption in form of cash or gold? So whatever you choose, that would be fixed. So that is the maturity. And here is one note also. The note says in case of premature exit, redemption is only in INR. So if you are opting for premature exit, you will only get money, you cannot avail that in the form of physical gold. Okay, so here in premature exit for the short term deposit, that is for medium term, that is after 3 years, and for long term it is after 5 years. Okay, so this is the premature exit range for medium and the long term. I hope that is clear. That is all about this particular scheme. Now let's have a quick revision. So the launch year of this scheme is 2015, and the ministry, it is Ministry of Finance. Aim, it is to mobilize gold, and beneficiaries are all the residents, and we have also seen the examples of them. Key features, they being the all scheduled commercial banks can implement this scheme excluding RRB. Then we have collection and purity standards, testing centers that will be established. Okay, right? And then minimum deposit 10 gram, maximum is no upper limit, and then short term period 1 to 5 years, medium is 5 to 7, and long term is 12 to 15. But you can opt for premature exit after 3 years, and herein you can opt for premature exit after 5 years. And of course, if you are availing before that time period of the exit, you will have to give some penalty. Okay, so that is all about this particular scheme. Now this is the homework for you. Is there a tax exemption on the interest a person will get under the gold monetization scheme? See, in the previous scheme that we have studied, that was the sovereign gold bond. In that we have seen that although money, there would be no tax on the amount that you would submit for the gold, and when on maturity you will get that. On that also there was no tax, but on the interest rate or the interest that you will get per annum, on that you have to give the tax, right? But herein in this particular one also, while depositing and while on maturity, when while redemption, you don't have to pay any taxes, but you have to tell that for the interest that you will get for under this particular scheme, is there a tax exemption or not? That is your homework, and I'll explain this in the next session. Now see, herein that is the previous homework that I have given you. Herein many of you gave answers, but there was some confusion. The way, that is not the way you answer the question in examination, although I've given them benefit of doubt because that was their first time. See, herein I've given 4 options, and then there was option 1, A, B, C, D and E. So see, the correct answer was A and B. So see, the correct answer should be option number A and not A and B. You understand? Herein the option that you have to select was A. Herein again, these all are social security scheme. If asked that which of the following is social security scheme, so all of them were the correct answer. While when asked about insurance, so these 2 are insurance scheme and these 2 are pension scheme, and herein because not has been asked, that is why the option was option number A, that is A and B. So here are the toppers of last session. So see, like Nilesh, he said the correct answer, that is A, both are pension scheme. Then Shruti, I hope, see, you get PDF within this 24-hour times gap between the starting of the lecture when it gets on air, and so for 24 hours you have to wait. If after that you don't get the PDF, do comment down, I'll see to it. Then Ajit, he said also that correct answer, that is option number A. So Balaji also said that is option number A, both are pension related. Now Aditya, Atal pension, he said the correct answer, that is A and B. So herein you have to specify that is option number A, because A constituted A and B. Shweta, welcome. Then Sharad also said A and B is correct, ma'am, but the option A was correct, right? Then herein both A and B. So Anup also the same thing, this people that the students have done. So option A was the correct answer, and yes, within it was the option both A and B. Then Priyashi said the correct answer. Then AFS also said the correct answer. Vaishali said the correct answer, that was option number A. Then Amit also said the correct answer, but yes, again you have to specify option number A. Then Janani said the correct answer, very good. Bigesh also said both A and B, yes, but that was option number A. And then Sailesh also said the correct answer, but that was option number A. And then we had yes, A and B were the correct answer, but the option number A was the correct answer. And then Puneet is also said the correct answer, that was option number A. So see, that is all in this particular session. Herein one announcement that I want to make, that the Jan Dhan Yojana I have already covered. I will add the link in the description box. And with this we have covered all the major schemes. In the next section I'll take 1 or 2 minor schemes, or the schemes that are still uncovered under this ministry. Then we will have a quick live revision that we always do after the end of the ministry. And after that I have some plan that I'll discuss you on that live day only. Okay. So to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. And to get the PDF of this particular session, you can find it in our Telegram channel. The link of our Telegram channel, it is given in the description box. So that is all for today. If you have any doubt, any query, comment it down. I'll definitely reply. And until then, until we meet again, all the very best for your examination, and thank you.